Hi, and welcome back to Missed It by How Much. This is the channel that tests sports hypothesis by using computer game engines. We're playing the 1990 season, and today we're going to do a scouting report instead of managing the Dodgers. We're going to take a look at a pivotal game in the National League East involving the New York Mets and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Frank Viola will take the hill for the Mets, and Doug Drabek will pitch for the Pirates. This is a rematch of a game earlier on the channel. You can go back and watch that. The first game of the season, the Pirates faced the Mets in New York. And in that game, Doug Drabek received his only loss of the season. It was a 3-2 win by the Mets. He gave up 3 runs in 8 innings, 7 hits, 2 walks, and 3 Ks. And since then, he has not lost a game. He has a 10-game winning streak, which is really impressive. In that game, Mackey Sasser had 2 hits and an RBI. Tim Tuffle and Kevin Elster also drove in a run for the Pirates. They had 2 RBI, 1 on a hit by Sid Bream and Jeff King. So none of the big names. Strawberry 0 for 3, McReynolds 0 for 2 with a walk. Bonds with a hit and a walk. Van Slyke with a hit and a walk, and Bonilla with a hit. The Mets scored 1 in the first, 2 in the 5th. The Pirates got 2 back in the 7th. And pitching-wise, there you see the numbers. Good pitching, from both starters. Machado came in and saved it, which was a surprise. If you go back and listen to that, I was surprised at that choice. John Franco has not had a great season for the Mets, which is a surprise. There you see his numbers. One of the main differences between Doug and Frank is Frank strikes out more players, more batters. Both of them, though, excellent pitchers. Just to go back for a second, if I can, I'd like to look at run support. Yeah, 5.35 is pretty good. That might have something to do with the 10-1 record. Let's look at Frank. That's possible. Yeah, 3.98 is good, but not 5.35. So there's the matchup. Should be a close, low-scoring game, but you never know. Here on Missed It by How Much. What would happen? We will have to wait and see. We're going to play this game. We're going to allow the computer to play this game. We're just going to watch it and see what happens. This won't be a complete broadcast. This will just be reviewing, maybe from still the perspective of the Dodger manager, in case we're fortunate enough to win the division and play one of these teams in the playoffs. The lineup should populate. There you see them. The big boys are there for the Pirates. They're 3 big hitters. Strawberry, McReynolds, Sasser again hitting. Dave Magadan, 335 average. And both pitchers are there, so this should be a fun one. Hope you have a cold beverage. The weather is nice, 74 degrees, winds blowing in. That'll help the pitchers even more. There you see the effects are all negative. The first game was played in Shea. Today will be played in Three Rivers. So here we go. And Howard Johnson strikes out. Start off. Dave Magadan with a base hit to the opposite field. Go around first. And hold. So the first hit off Dave Drabek is a single for Sasser. It's a ground ball to Bream. Let's see if they go for 2. No, Bream will take it himself. And Magadan moves into scoring position. Did they get it? Did they get it? Is he picked off? Nope, he's still on. And Strawberry comes through with a base hit to right. Magadan turns around third. I would think he'd test Bonilla's arm. It's a 6. The throw to the plate. It's going to be close. He's safe. Strawberry holds it first. 2-out single, and the Mets strike first on the scoring sheet. McReynolds against Drabek. He hits one deep. Looks like it's coming down. Bonds along the line makes the catch. So the Mets get one, and they lead after half an inning. Pirates coming up. Jay Bell starts off with a walk against Viola. Next up, LaValle. First, Bell stealing, and he's out on a throw from Sasser. Base runner erased, which is a big play because up next, LaValle singles to right. He's got a 1-out. He's on first with a 1-out single. Bond strikes out. Next up, Van Slyke. Hits a ground ball to Elster. Shuffles it to Tuffle, and that'll end the inning. So, 2 runners, but nobody gets to second. A great play by Lynn to start off the second against, now Tuffle against Drabek. He hits it deep. Is it coming down? It's over the fence. That's a home run. Tim Tuffle showing off the power against Doug Drabek on the road. Gives the Mets a 2-0 lead. That might be enough runs to win the game. Kevin Elster with a hit to center. Van Slyke coming in. It looks like he's going to let it drop. It's a single, and that's 4 hits off Doug already. Viola will bunt. Let's see, the play is to first, so 2 outs. And Elster moves into scoring position for Howard Johnson, who strikes out for the second time. So they strand Elster. 1.5, it's 2-0 Mets. Bonilla facing Viola. High pop-up. Johnson takes it. 1 out. For Bream, and he hits one in the gap. Strawberry going to try to cut it off, but Bream going for 2. That speedster, he gets his 10th double of the season. So here's a chance for the Pirates. King hits one deep, and it's not going to be playable. And we're tied just like that. Jeff King homers and ties up the score 2-2. Clasped hands with Bream, his 8th home run of the year, 339 feet. And now a comebacker. 2 down for the pitcher Drabek, who's now can sigh. So he has a sigh of relief as he flies out. We're through 2, and we're back to even. 2-2. Magadan starts off the top of the third, and he hits one deep. And it's not coming down until it's in the stands. Dave Magadan with the second hit of the game gives the Mets the lead back, and they take a 3-2 lead in the game, which is his 3rd home run, 339 feet, for the Marching and Chowder Society of Dave Magadan. Sasser up next. He hits one to Van Slyke, who makes a great play to get him. That's the 1st out. Both pitchers getting kind of roughed up here as a surprise. Ground ball to Lean by Strawberry, who singled in the earlier run. He's out at first. McReynolds hits a ground ball to Bell. Over to Bream. And that'll end the inning. After 2.5, the Magadan home run gives the Mets the lead, 3-2. Jay Bell, ground ball to Johnson. That should be an easy out. Next up, LaValle. He hits one into left field. He's 2 for 2. It's funny to see these guys get roughed up, but you know, on a moment they can change, and that's it, and that's all you're going to get. So whoever has the lead in this game has a huge advantage. Bonds hits into a fielder's choice. Van Slyke singles though. Let's see if Bonds goes for 3rd on McReynolds' arm. 7 arm. He does, and he makes it. 2 outs, runners at the corners for Bonilla. See what Viola does here. And there's a base hit, and we're tied at 3 again. Neither pitcher wants to hold on to the lead. Van Slyke going for 3rd. Poor play by Howard Johnson. And the throw, and he get him. Van Slyke tried to beat McReynolds' arm, and he showed him You should not try that. So we're through 3 now. It's 3-3. Boston leads off the 4th, and Bonilla makes a great play. Drabek facing Tuffle, who homered last time up. He gets a ground ball this time. That should be easy out. 2 down for Elster. Kevin, who has a hit. It's a comebacker. This one won't be a hit. And that'll do it for the Mets. They don't score for the first time against Drabek. Through 3.5, it's 3-3. Viola strikes out Bream, his second K. Strikes out King, who homered, his third K. And here's Lind hitting one. I don't think that's out of here. McReynolds drifts back. He's got it. So a clean inning there for Viola. And this might be the beginning of the pitching duel. Although Viola comes to the plate here in the 5th and singles. That'll help out the offense. Runner on, nobody out for Johnson, who struck out twice. This time he makes contact, but Bonilla should have it. Coming in right field, he makes the catch, 1 down. Magadan, who's got 2 hits, facing Drabek. And he hits a ground ball. This could be 2. Bell makes a great play to get to it. Over to Lind. The runner is out, and the batter makes 2. And that's it. Drabek's out of it. Another 0 up through 4.5. It's still tied at 3. Drabek hitting for himself here in the bottom of the 5th. It's a deep one, but Boston's got it. Jay Bell, the shortstop. Singles into center. Let's see if he's going for 2. Turns and holds. 1 out single for LaValle, who has 2 hits also. Somebody's hurt. It's Bell, and Belliard's going to run for him. And he gets picked off, so there's 2 outs for LaValle. Ground ball to Elster. It's going to be close. But the stubby catcher doesn't beat it out. So we're through 5. It's 3-3. Belliard will now play short for the Pirates. And Sasser leads off with a double, it looks like, in the gap. Bonds will pick it up. Sasser should have 2. And he's in there with his 8th double. So a leadoff double. Here's Strawberry. He hits one deep to right. Bonilla heading back. He's got a play on it. Let's see if Sasser, the slow catcher, can tag up and make it. Here comes the play. There's a throw to third from Bonilla. He is out at third. What a play by Bobby Bonilla, showing off the arm. And McReynolds strikes out, so the Drabek gets out of that jam. Through 5.5, it's tied at 3 to the bottom. Bond starts off with the easy ground ball to Magadan. He's 0 for 3 today. Van Slyke hits a ground ball. Is this a Magadan flip it to Viola play? Looks like it. Van Slyke coming on. He looks out. 2 outs for Bonilla, who just made a great play to throw out Sasser at third. And he gets a base hit. Is he going for 2 on McReynolds' arm? He'll hold. 2 out single for Bream, who has a hit. And he has another one. And this one's in the gap. And Bonilla can run. Let's see if he'll score. Bream's 11th double. He holds at third for King. 2 outs for King, who's homered. Hits one deep to right. Boston going back. Strawberry going back. It is off the wall. Bonilla scores. Bream scores. Is King going for 3? He'll hold with a big 2-run double, the 6th of the season. The Pirates lead 5-3. Leaned up next. He grounds at the 2nd. Over to Magadan. He's out, but the big play. Jeff King with a 2-out, 2-run double gives the Pirates a 5-3 lead, and that should be enough to win this game. Let's see how Drabek, who's pitched well lately, 3 straight. No score, half innings. There's his 4th strikeout, and Elster walks. All right, so here's a big choice. Are they going to hit for Viola? He will not. Oh, he will be hit for him. O'Malley comes in and hits one to center. That looks playable. Viola is done. He's given up 5 in 6 innings. So, Doug Drabek gets out of it, and he should coast the rest of the way. I think he'll pitch most of it. Franco comes in. He gets 2 Ks. Walks LaValle here in the bottom of the 7th. I would think that the Pirates have a huge advantage now with the lead and Doug Drabek on the hill. Bonds hits one to Magadan. He'll take it himself. Franco in the way. They still get him. So we're through 7. It's 5-3. Let's see how far Drabek goes. He's got 91 pitches. Johnson finally comes through and gets a single. Is he going to try for 2? He'll hold. Tying run at the plate. Drabek with plenty of pitches. 130. He's only at 94. Throw over. Johnson is back. Here's Magadan. 2 for 3, but this time it's a ground ball to King, who makes a great play. He won't get the double play, but he gets Magadan. Johnson moves to second. Next up is Sasser, who has a double. And he got thrown out at third by Bonilla. He strikes out. 5 Ks for Drabek. Here's Strawberry. And he strikes out. 2 big strikeouts by Drabek. 6 in the game. We're through 7.5, 5-3 Pirates. Next up, Bonilla. He'll ground out. Franco pitching well. Despite his over 4 ERA so far this season, he's playing well right now. Bream, it's one to Boston. That looks like an easy out. Okay, we're through 8. Let's see if Drabek tries to hold it. He should have enough pitches. Carrion starts off. Ground ball to Belliard. Over to Bream. He's out. Close play. Next up, Boston. Carrion hit for McReynolds. He fouls out to Bonds. Yeah, he did. And Marshall coming in to pinch hit, and that's a ground ball to short, and that should do it as Doug Drabek continues his dominance, wins his 11th game in a row, and not what I would call a pitching duel, but after the 3rd inning, the Mets were shut down. He gave up 3, 1 each in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, but after that, zeros, 6 zeros in a row, and the Pirates win 5-3. That'll lower his league leading, ERA from 164 to, well, it says 175. Oh, he gave up 3 runs. I'm focusing on the last 6 zeros, but yes, he did give up 3 runs early, so it did go up. But it still will lead the league, and he's won 10 and 11 in a row after losing the first game to the Mets, so he gets some revenge. The other game he lost 3-2. He gives up 3 runs this game, but this time Viola gives up 5 instead of 2 in 8 innings. Neither pitcher as sharp as they can be, but for Drabek, good enough. There you see the 10 hits from the Pirates. Big 2-run homer by King to bring him back. He has 4 total. He has a big 2-run home run and a big 2-run double. Also in the field, a nice play by Bobby Bonilla, throwing out Sasser at third. Jay Bell with a big play, King with a big play, Lind with a big play, Van Slyke. So not only does Drabek pitch well, he gets 5 great plays behind him on defense. The Mets only have Howard Johnson's poor play. For the Mets, Magadan with 2 hits and an RBI. Strawberry with a hit and an RBI. Not a lot of strikeouts in that game, but a fun one, lot going on, as Pittsburgh should increase their lead to 3 games now in the National League East. And Doug Drabek further gains a controlling hold on the National League Cy Young trophy thus far in the season. As the game repopulates, Doug Drabek will be the first 11-game winner in the National League. Next spot is Randy Tomlin with 8 on his team. So the Pirates have 37 wins, and 19 of them are from Drabek and Tomlin. So if you want to beat them, you need those 2 guys to be either injured or you miss them in the rotation. Or you can pray for rain, right? Very impressive game by Pittsburgh. Way to come back down 2-0. Tied it up almost instantly, and then went down 3-2 and still came back and took the lead and then held on. So thanks for watching. This was a fun scouting report. We'll see you next time on Missed It by How Much.